Hello Chamber members, this is just a quick video tutorial to show you how you can submit an event to the Chamber's event calendar without having to log in to your member account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate here using the Henderson Chamber of Commerce website, but the first thing you want to do is go to your Chamber's homepage. On the homepage you should find a very clear marking of where the events or event calendar is. So what you want to do, for example, here on Henderson Chamber of Commerce is go to events and click on the event calendar link. Once you do that, it will take you into the event calendar, and you should see somewhere above or below or right around the event calendar. It might be down around this area. So it may not be in the exact same place on your chambers, but here on Henderson Chamber of Commerce, you're going to see a couple buttons, one event registration, and you should see a member event submission. So go ahead and click on that, and that's going to open up a new tab for you, and this takes you through, and the beginning page just has the information that, here you can submit your event for inclusion in the calendar of events, and it lets you know that after you submit your event, it's going to be placed into pending status and an email sent to the calendar editor at the chamber. Once they review it and approve it by the editor, it will become active in the calendar. So that's good to know, so that if you submit your event and you immediately go back to the calendar and don't see it, don't submit it again and again and again thinking that there's a problem. It's because it has to be reviewed and approved before it will be live. So once you get here, you go ahead and just click on the Submit Your Event button. And then in here, you'll notice the asterisk, of course, indicates a field that is required. And again, it does say note, if this is a member event, please include your business name on the first line of the description. So that's going to be important, so that when we get down here to the event description, so that they know that, it is a member event. And this is just pretty clear and self-explanatory to fill out. I'll go through, your name. It's good to put your full name, your email address, and get that in. Your phone number, notice it is not required. It is good to include it in case they need to contact you to let you know any information or give any details to you. So your phone number is helpful there. Then the date of the event. Now, I'll go ahead and just choose today's date because I'm doing this training. Now, the end date, again, this is only to be entered if the event goes for multiple days. So if it's an event that's just happening on a particular day for an hour, a couple hours, you don't put an end date. You only do that if it goes multiple days. So name of the event, create training video. Now the event type, this is where, again, you as a member, you're going to check member event. Now, if it also happens to be an online event, then you would click on that as well. So this is what you do. You don't have to check both. I mean, if it's only a member event, or if it's only, well, if you're a member, you do want to make sure you click member event, even if it's online. So you're going to either just have the one or have both. And so then in the event description, Your Guy Friday is the business name, creating a training video for chamber members. I'm just filling this out so they have an idea, and especially when I submit it, they know what's going on here. So then the start time, you go ahead and choose what time you're going to be starting, and you can go through and select, it's here in the 15-minute increments. So you would have to do something separate or put it in the description if you happen to have it starting at some very odd time. Let's say you're starting at 1:37 in the afternoon. You would have to put that in the description, and then probably in here just choose the closest time. So we'll choose the start time, and then we'll choose the end time. Make sure you choose your time zone that you're in, where it's happening, if that's not already selected, which it should be. And then details of the event. This is where, again, you have the event description, but if you want to include all the details, including the cost, things that they need to know, this is where you would just enter all of your details. Now you'll notice one thing on both of these, on the event description and here on the details of the event. We have what is called the CK editor, and that above here allows you to format this exactly the way you want. If you want to change the font size, maybe you want it a little bit bigger, you want it bold, maybe you even want a particular text in red to make sure it's, if you have ever used any sort of word processing program at all, it's all the same type of stuff here. So if you wanted it centered, you could center it, and you can do that. So this editor allows you to just make both the description as well as the details look exactly the way you want. But again, you don't have to do all that. You can just enter it in black text. You don't have to do anything extra or special, but it is available if you need. A website, this would be the business website or anything else. Now, please note, it does say include the http://. So you want to make sure that you include that in there. Now, the contact information, this might be you, but it could be someone else for the event. Even though you're submitting it, it might be someone else that's the contact. So make sure, even though it is required, make sure that you enter that contact. And on here, the email, this is going to make the contact name an email link. And so, Friday.org. So that's going to be an email link. And again, the contact phone number, that is required. I'm not filling out the full thing, but that is required. Then you've got the event location. Now, it does say if this event is online, leave blank or enter online meeting URL. We have found that you cannot just leave it blank. You could just enter online meeting. I'm going to just enter online training. You do have to enter something there. You don't have to enter any of the other address information, but if this event is happening in a physical location, make sure that you put the location name and the full address in. So once you have that, you go ahead and click Save and Continue. And this gets you to the verify event information. So this will just show you everything that you entered. It'll allow you to go through and make sure that everything that you've created is correct. Now you will notice that here on this view, verify the event information, none of the event description or any of the details of the event show up in, the details down here will show up in the format that you put them. So you want to make sure that everything looks good the way you wanted it, that you have everything in here. And once you are good with what it is and you're ready to go, if you need to change anything, you just click Edit Event, go back and change it. Otherwise, you go ahead and click on Confirm and Submit. And now it's going to tell you the event information has been sent to the calendar editor. And that is the end of it. And so you can actually just even close out that tab because you're not logged in, and you're done with your event submission. And that is all there is to submitting an event to your Chamber of Commerce for inclusion on their event calendar without having to actually log in to your your chamber membership account.